Alright guys, you gotta look at the floor because I just got off of work. But Spirit just wanted me to stop and say that, yesterday I did some filming. It was like technically my first film. I've been channeling for a really long time. As young as I can remember, although I tried to keep it into a box until now I've realized I want to be my authentic self. I now have a divorce. It's all about me now. It's about my road, my awakening road. What does it feel like to be having ascension symptoms? What does it feel like to go through, separation sickness? This can show up in all types of forms when we're separating ourselves from the fold, is what they called it in the Bible. But the Lord just really has been taking my heart aside and really laying some things on me today that, part of my journey in speaking my truth was they wanted me to start saying it out loud in front of people. This was like, we need you to act now, you need to move now. That's all I could hear a couple of nights ago. And today I'm hearing the same thing. And it's like, they want me to practice this way so that like I can get the nerve to come out of my shell and my box and just really be 100% with every single person. Even, my own beloved, which I'm holding back so much of what makes me beautiful because I'm afraid to speak my truth in front of him because he might otherwise reject me. Why am I so afraid of rejection? These are all things that we're moving through right now collectively. Collectively, I think empathic people with spiritual gifts, we tend to absorb all of those energies from everybody that we keep placing around us. Well, when you separate yourself from the fold and the flock, my friend, it's just you and God. There's nobody else influencing your energy sphere that he has to work on, okay? It's a one-on-one project. It isn't until you surrender to him are you then going to know what unconditional love is through him, okay? Two very key points. It is your spiritual relationship with God is very personal, okay? You are the bridegroom, okay? It's like speaking about you and your husband's problems with your family. Don't fucking do it. 100% of you out there right now are dealing with toxic family members that you continually let in your sphere. Believe me, I worked through it. I went to the whole blocking program. Hey, these are my steps, okay? You do whatever works for you in your toolbox. I'm sharing my experience. So, I cut all my family off. I let them have zero, looking at me online. Every fake account that came across my profile, I fucking knew it. I used discernment. Since it's just me and the Lord talking, he's got me down on tap. He can speak to me any point and let me know what's going on. It's a wonderful gift of discernment that we all, you're welcome, by the way, he said. You got to do that big quantum jump. We all did collectively. We're all a mirror of each other, okay, folks? Nobody's better than the other. Just so you know, we're all dealing with the same shit. Your shit ain't fucking special. Just get it through your head. It's pretty simple, actually. So, I feel like if I speak this out loud, then you can actually go, holy fuck, she's right, and it makes those steps in that process easier to get along with, I think. And I'd like to think of myself as a quick learner, so I feel like even though I just kind of really spiritually awakened in December, or started anyway, but they had me on a 3x3 program, so literally I got to spin through like even elementals, learning elements, learning herbs, like, being able to practice clair audio and then clairvoyant and what it feels like when they touch me on my left side or my right side. And these are all things that they do to help lead us. And when we surrender, they put us in a place of kind of knowing all. Well, on the 3x3 program, I like to call it. And then I get 3 days off, by the way, if you're wondering where the other 3 went. But ADD's a bitch. I'm always going to say that to you. My mind also in channeling, it's going so fast. it's hard for me to keep up. I'm already like 15 scenes down the line before it can make it out of my mouth. It's just impossible to pull it from another dimension that fast. So I got off course, but my point being is that, then my other gifts started to slack a bit, and I noticed that after that quantum leap we all had a couple months ago, they really pulled the reins a little bit on my clairaudio and my clairvoyancy, because I started slacking on other signs. Like, well, sometimes we leave signs in the clouds. Like, there's some other things that you need to like pull from, because there's so much more information here. So that's part of our problem too, is we're not speaking the actual language of the universe with the universe, and they're doing it to you in every single place that your eyes touch. So if you can start looking at everything that you are seeing with your eyes, because sometimes us who work on the third eye so much, we forget that we're supposed to be looking at shit with our real eyes, right? Because we're always trying to be in that higher self, from that other perspective up in the clouds. Like, what if I pull myself out of this and my ego doesn't exist, my attachment doesn't exist? How does God want me to treat other human beings? Well, always with love and compassion and grace. So how can I, get myself out of this situation where I'm not taking things on a personal level, I'm taking them on a spiritual learning level? How can I learn from this situation? How can I make this a fast, painless as possible growth, so that I can get to my next level and my next gift, right? Because I feel like every time I get a bit of pain and I can make a good cry, like I get more powerful. My witchiness becomes way more enhanced. My other sensories are really just on point. My dreams are very vivid. I can remember all of the signs and synchronicities, even there in my dreams. I can remember numbers, people's names. I don't ever get faced people, but I see people as spirit world, because I think that I tend to dream a lot different than other people. And I think that he does that on purpose, because, it's kind of like cheating on an exam. Well, we can't give you the answers all the time. I mean, you're going to have to, come on, Cheryl, don't get that lazy. And it is lazy of me. It just comes down to getting lazy, because I want to use whatever's easiest, what solves the problem the easiest, the least amount of work, and the best, experience or outcome. So sometimes I have to realize too, I have to slow down enough to actually have the experience, right? Because I can't just half-ass the experience, because then I'm going to have a half-ass growth about it. And then I'm going to have to fucking experience it again, FYI. As you can tell, I have a lot of experience having experience, so ha ha ha. Say that 3 times fast. But I just wanted to put a tidbit out there for today that, like, that's my opinion on kind of like where our awareness should be kind of focused right now. Are we discerning the voice of the Lord? Sometimes are we, yeah, he said, give yourself credit, you're doing a really good job, sometimes you have to pull from other resources, and that's what we're trying to strengthen right now, so that you're a whole part of the pie, not just one piece of the pie, right? It's like you can't run before you crawl type of thing. So I try to keep these these little videos to be around 10 minutes. They're just going to give you some insight for the next day or two, maybe a different jacket to try on for the day, some way to kind of open that brain and get it working in the right direction, get out of your thoughts and get with the program. We want you to have choices, and we want you to have the best experience. But we also are here on a mission, and we're here to do the work. So do the work. There's no half-assing it. At the end of the day, you can't get one over on him. And like, I'm tired of having to do shit twice. Like, just let me do it once the right way, and I'm good. So, and if you're a singer like myself, I'm not able to sing right now. I also wanted to talk and touch on I feel like ascension symptoms that we're all feeling right now from that Lionsgate portal. I feel like I was a lion, and I had been just screaming for the love, like screaming out to my love, like, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Like, I think that's what I've been doing at night in my dreams. I'm just like I've energetically lost you. Like, I know what it feels like when your beloved is with you in spirit. You literally feel it in your brain, almost like a little DMT high. Like, you feel it actually enter your brain from the back, and it gives you sort of this like bubble shake, and then you feel their body leave, and it gives you another zap out. And I feel like telepathically, when it comes to our divine counterpart, we're so joined and so the same that it literally is almost hard to separate yourselves, right? To separate your bodies from each other, because they always want to be energetically touching, whether it's on a 5D plane or even here in the real life plane, which is really hard to handle, by the way, in 3D, because it's so fucking intense that it's like trying to shove a magnet together. There's so much resistance there. It's quite frightening and completely exciting all at the same time. It is like a crazy roller coaster. You go to touch, your divine counterpart, and you literally can feel your hearts beating together, the same beat, pulsating through your hands. Like, it's like no energy field I've ever been able to witness. Although it might feel that, they make movies about it. The girl will hold her hand up to the mirror, right? And you can see that mirror kind of get that little glimmer, that little shake glimmer, like you are going to be casting a spell into a mirror. That's what it looks like energetically when y'all touch hands. That's what I can see, but not, in a 3D see, but in a 5D see. Kind of like tuning out a radio. So when there's no static left, and you can get into just a little bit of intimacy, maybe just touching hands or something, because most of this is, I think, so intense that it makes it hard to even have sex, because that in itself is an experience like you've never experienced before, and it can be really scary at first, especially if you're with somebody who is, you just met, and it's like, oh, but I've always gone out to the bars, and I'm just like kind of in this player mentality. I don't ever want to be tied down. I just want to have fun. I just got out of a relationship that was long-term, or I just got out of a marriage. I just want to have fun. Girls just want to have fun, kind of thing. Like, I have kids full-time. I'm just looking to have a little fun a couple days a week, maybe once a week. And then you meet somebody and you realize it's like, no, this is not somebody. This is, oh my God, I just looked into your eyes, and you're that character from my dreams that I've been having for 15 years. It's the same fucker every night, or every time I dream. It's this person. How can that be? It cannot be. I'm totally crazy. I'm off my rocker. I'm losing my shit. And then you go to touch this person, and like, you almost see flashes of your past life experiences, and then all these emotions flood in, and all these human body and non-human body experiences start rushing in. It's a bit fucking intense. It's kind of like that. So, I mean, I know that, collectively, us chosen ones, our counterparts are here to help us. Oh, here's another thing they want me to point out too that I forgot to touch base on, was the fact that for normal people, this does not exist. For enlightened chosen ones, this is what exists for us. There's a reason it's an even number. We all each have a mate. And I know they've drilled this into everybody's head since, the beginning of time, that, you get married to your partner and you all become one. And the spirit just keeps saying, no, you all have it wrong. It equals 3. And I said, I see what you mean. One person individually is one person. Next to him is one person who equals one person. But when these two one persons combined their energy together, it creates a whole nother person. It's like it creates a spirit all of its own. Spirit baby, a spirit wand. It's so powerful, it actually makes them three. So guys, when you're pairing up with your counterparts and you go to move on to this next part of your journeys together, because that's collectively what we're all doing right now. I think we're all grounding after this quantum jump, and in this grounding area where we've also found our surrender, right? We've also unlocked another key of knowledge, in that we're just supposed to be kind of chilling right now and integrating and learning and reading and literally chilling out, right? At least for the next week. And, you know, just really find grace in your solitude and stuff your brain full of as much knowledge as you possibly can about what your path looks like when you meet, or you know, what that mission is supposed to look like when you get two powerful magicians put together, that it literally creates a whole nother person with a shield and a sword above those two people. So now we have three people walking around, right? One in the spirit realm full time, and two men on the ground. Two humans, whatever. So think about what you guys want your missions to be, because whatever you choose it to be, it's going to be oh so powerful and wonderful, because, you know, it's your duty now to serve in the mission together. How are you going to help the masses? We're just going to keep providing for you. So, you know, keep your 10 points in the spirit realm, I always say, because the spirit realm pays way better than the bank does. So that they'll bring all of that money and fruition to you once you combine with your counterpart and make it your full-time work, your mission. It's going to pay you a ton of money. Y'all are, you know, getting with your counterparts right now, because the level of creativity that is going to flood your mind space right now is going to be unbelievable. Yes, it's very important to stay grounded. Keep quiet. Let all that shit come in, because I'm telling you, they're just waiting to show you where the jackpots are at. You just have to open and expand your mind seeds a little bit further, so that you're really when you are out there interacting with life and not stuck in your apartment, although you can find out plenty of information there too. But when you're out living life, that you're looking at the clouds, you're looking at the animals, what do those animals, you know, mean and spiritually have meaning, right? Okay, I noticed a red sign. What does the color red represent? Okay, I know it represents this chakra. Maybe I should clear it real quick. Okay, boom, done. Okay, moving on. They're trying to show you how to eat intuitively, breathe intuitively. Okay, so we should be doing our breathing exercises. We shouldn't be fucking taking out time for this, folks. Kids, we're in the car, fucking do it. You can live in that space in any moment. I don't give a fuck if you're climbing up the stairs with 10 boxes because you're a fucking mover. Oh no, you have breath work time. You can do the in and out 8 breath, infinity breath, and probably gain an immense amount of energy to get that job done and not be tired when you're finished, because you've just now pulled in from spirit realm the energy you needed to manifest to get through your day. So I just want people to be more open to their mind space and actually taking in the messages that are coming in, because they're really fucking important, and everybody has different ones. So don't get so wrapped up in what people are doing online and, you know, the things that they're reading into for the collective people. Just like, take your guidance, your intuition, listen, lean on the Lord and listen. Stop running your fucking mouth. Your brain is your mouth, so shut up and listen. You know, let him teach you. You have to be teachable. You have to surrender. I know you guys can do it. I have faith. Be strong. Bye.